Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the mat, and we'll get started having a lie down. If you have any blocks, you might like to place them underneath your heart space. Otherwise, we'll just have a lie down on our mat. Option to bring the soles of the feet together, letting the knees drop out to the side. And two options for our arms, we can either open them out to the side or lift them up over our head, thinking of opening out through the heart space as we relax down onto the mat. And if you feel comfortable, maybe closing down your eyes or softening the gaze. Just starting to bring that awareness inward, and with every exhale, see if you can release anything that you might be holding on to that's not serving you in this moment. Maybe that's letting go of any expectations, any stresses, any thoughts, and just allowing yourself to land on your mat with your breath for the next 30 minutes or so as we make our way through our first yoga flow. Maybe you'd like to just take a moment to check in with yourself. How are you feeling today? What your physical body, mental body, energy body feel like. Just reminding yourself that there's no wrong answer. And we don't need a reason why you feel a certain way. Just simply allowing yourself to arrive exactly how you are. And let's shift this awareness to the breath. Observing your inhales, your exhales. Noticing how tight or relaxed your breath might be, how deep or shallow. And wherever you are in your breath cycle, gently releasing all the air so we can sync up. And on your inhale, fill your belly, followed by your ribs, lastly your chest. And as you exhale, your chest falls, ribs hug in, belly button draws to spine. Inhale, belly rises, ribs expand, collarbones lift. Exhale, collarbones fall, ribs hug in, belly button draws to spine. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Keep this going at your own pace, exploring your full yogic breath, filling your lungs from the bottom to the top, and then emptying from the top to the bottom. And we can use this breath throughout our practice today as our point of truth and our point of focus. And if you ever feel like you lose control of that breath, you're welcome to come out of a pose or take a quick moment of break. And throughout today's sequence, we'll be exploring our heart space, or the concept of I love. And the heart space, or our anahata chakra, which is right in our chest, is represented by the color green. And chakras are essentially energy centers that our body allow chi or prana to flow through. And it represents a sense of balance, calmness, and serenity. In Sanskrit, anahata means unhurt, unstruck, or unbeaten. Our heart space acts as our center of love for oneself and others, compassion, empathy, and forgiveness. It's associated with the element air, and like love, air is within us and all around us. And we can embody this element by keeping our heart center open and our love free-flowing. When you're ready, just gently bending the knees so the soles of your feet are on the floor. Bring the heels nice and close to your bum, hands by the side. Let's tuck the pelvis, roll up through each vertebrae all the way to a bridge pose. And then exhale to roll all the way back down to the ground. Inhale to tuck the pelvis, roll up through each vertebrae. And exhale to roll all the way back down to the ground. Keep this going at your own pace. Really working on isolating through each vertebrae here and seeing how long and how smooth you can make this roll. Let's stay for another 2 breaths. And next time you lift your hips to the sky, let's hold them up to the sky, really activating through the posterior chain. So squeezing your bum, lifting your hips nice and high. Maybe you'd like to interlace your fingers underneath your back and walk your shoulder blades together, maybe pressing that heart space towards the back of the mat. We're here for 2 more breaths. Let's take another inhale. And on your exhale, release your arms, gently roll all the way back down to the ground. Let's bring our legs to a tabletop position so our knees are directly over our hips. Hands by your side. Inhale to lengthen one leg away and exhale to come back to center. Keep alternating legs here, really focusing on keeping the belly button drawing up underneath your ribs. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale back to center. Beautiful. Keep this going. Draw that belly button in, starting to build some strength through the center. Let's do 4 more, just like that. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hug the knees into your chest. Give yourself a bit of a cuddle, maybe massaging the base of your spine into the mat. And let's hold onto the knees here and roll them away from each other. It's opening out through your hip joints. Let's change directions. Roll those knees towards each other. And on your next exhale, hug them in towards your chest. Hold behind your thighs and let's rock all the way over to our hands and knees. We'll meet in a 4-point kneeling. So as we arrive, making sure the shoulders are directly over the wrists, the hips are over the knees. We'll find some gentle cat-cows, so dropping the belly, opening out the chest, look to the sky. And exhale to round out through your spine, look to your belly button. Inhale to drop the belly, open out the chest. Exhale to round out through your spine. Good. Keep this going with your breath. And if it feels good, maybe you'd like to explore some barrel rolls, bringing the chest all the way down and around. Maybe wagging your tail left to right, rocking your weight forward, back, whatever feels good in your body. Two more breaths here. And on your next exhale, let's make our way back to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes, press your hips to the sky for a downward facing dog. And then on your inhale, shift forward, back to hover your knees just off the ground. Exhale to press back to downward facing dog. Inhale to shift forward to a knee hover. Let's do 3 more just like that. Inhale and exhale. Good. Last 2, inhale. Exhale, last one, inhale. And exhale. Let's press back to downward facing dog for the last time. And maybe you'd like to pedal out the feet here, bending one knee at a time, maybe dropping one knee in front of the other, or maybe pulsing the chest towards the thighs. 2 more breaths to explore the movement here, whatever feels nice in your body. And then gently finding stillness. Take your eye gaze to your fingers. Walk your feet to the outside of your hands. Bend your knees, rest your belly on your thighs and let your head hang loose. So we're letting go of all control through the upper body here. With every exhale, see if you can release the crown of your head a little bit closer to the floor. And on your next exhale, release your hands to the ground. Tuck your pelvis, roll up through each vertebrae all the way to stand. And as you arrive at the top, let's take 2 big shoulder rolls. Shoulders come up, back and down. Last one, shoulders come all the way up, back and down. Inhale to reach your hands to the sky. Exhale, drop one arm down, reaching all the way over to the side, maybe looking under the top armpit. We'll hold for an inhale here and exhale to change sides. Other hand comes high, look under the top armpit. Let's do 1 more each side here, lifting all the way up and over. Enjoy that side stretch. And last one, all the way up and over. 1 more inhale, exhale, both hands reach to the sky, tall mountain. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine, hands come to your shins and hold. We're looking for a nice long line from the crown of your head all the way down to your tailbone, like you're a table and you have your favorite drink on your back. You don't want it to fall off. We hold for another inhale here. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back to a high plank position. We have an option to lower the knees down to the ground here, and we have 3 chaturanga push-ups. So inhale to lower the chest to the ground, hug your elbows in. Exhale to press up. Good, 2 more. Inhale to lower. Exhale to press. Last one. Inhale to lower. Exhale to press. Last one, we lower all the way down to the belly. Roll your shoulders back, lift your head and chest up off the ground. We have baby cobra, really active through the posterior chain. So squeeze your elbows together, pull your shoulders down to your hips, squeeze your butt cheeks, hug your knees into your thighs and press the tops of your feet into the ground. Can you lift a little bit higher? Maybe you can float your hands for one big inhale and exhale to gently release. Upward facing dog, press into your hands. Lift your thighs up off the ground and think of pressing your shoulders away from you so we're nice and proud through the chest and active through the posterior chain. Holding for another inhale here. Exhale to gently release. Beautiful. Tuck the toes. Press back onto your knees, hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Let's check in with our alignment here. So spreading your fingers nice and wide. Press down through all 10 finger mounts, especially that pointer finger. Think of the head hanging loose, nipples to knees, tailbone to the sky, and your heels actively pressed down to the ground. It's okay if they don't touch, and it's okay if your knees are bent. We have 2 breaths here. One more inhale. Hold for the exhale. Inhale to rise up on your toes, big bend in your knees, look to your fingers. Exhale, step, hop or walk to the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, tall mountain, circle your hands to the sky. And exhale, hands to your heart space, Samasthiti. Let's do that again. Inhale to reach tall. Exhale, forward fold, let it all go. Try to follow your breath. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. And exhale, hands to the floor, stepping back. High to low plank, option to lower to your knees, chaturanga. On your inhale, your choice of back bend. So we had our baby cobra or our upward facing dog. Proud through the chest. And on your exhale, press the hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide, check in with your alignment. Tailbones to the sky, heels to the ground. One more big inhale. Hold for the exhale. Inhale to rise up on your toes, big bend. Exhale, step, hop or walk to the front of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, tall mountain, circle your hands to the sky. And exhale, hands to your heart space. Last time through Surya A, inhale to reach tall. Exhale to fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. And exhale, hands to the floor, stepping back, high to low plank, option to lower to your knees. On your inhale, your choice of back bend. And on your exhale, hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Let's stay here for 2 breaths. One more inhale. And hold for the exhale. Let's bring our big toes together. Inhale, right leg to the sky, 3-leg dog, nice and active through that extended leg. So hug the kneecap into the thigh. Press the heel away like you're kicking a hole through a wall. Hold for an inhale here. Exhale, knee to nose, tiger curl. Hug the knee into the chest, weight comes forward. Exhale, kick it back, 3-leg dog. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, weight comes forward, hold. Exhale, shoot it back, 3-leg dog. Last one, inhale, weight comes forward, hold. With control, can you step that foot to your right thumb? Let that knee sink low. Once you have your balance, reach your hands to the sky for a high crescent lunge. Reaching the fingertips to the sky, press the thumbs to the back of your mat. Your chest is proud. We sink into that right leg and we rise up on the back toes. So we're active through both legs here. We're not dumping into our lunge. Squeeze the butt cheeks, squeeze the thighs. Hold for an inhale here. Exhale, cactus, open through your chest, bend your elbows, look to the sky. Inhale to reach your hands tall. Exhale, arrowhead, weight comes over the front leg, looking for a nice long line from the crown of your head all the way down to your back heel. Inhale to reach it up high. Exhale, cactus, bend through the elbows. Inhale to reach. Exhale, arrowhead, weight comes forward. Let's do that again. Inhale to reach tall. Exhale, cactus, open through the chest. Inhale to reach. And exhale, arrowhead, weight comes forward. Good. Inhale to reach one more time. Exhale, warrior 3. Launch off that back leg. Can you float that left leg high? Take your eye gaze down to the ground and see if you can get your head in line with your back heel. Option for those arms to stay in arrowhead or option to reach them forward. We have 2 more breaths here, active through both legs. One more big inhale. Exhale, land that back foot back down to the mat. Inhale to reach the hands back to the sky. We're back in high crescent lunge. Drop your back heel down. Open out to the side for our warrior two. So we're bending into the right knee here. Our left toe is facing 10 o'clock-ish. Shoulders are over hips and eye gaze is over the front middle finger. And without moving your legs, hug your heels together. So feel the strength of this pose. Find your breath. Find your intention. Inhale to reach forward, flip your palm. Exhale to reverse the warrior. Take your eye gaze up to the sky. Keep the bend in your front leg. We're still strong through the lower belly. Hold for an inhale here. Exhale, top hand reaches to your back thigh. Left hand reaches up and over for a modified extended side angle. So we're not resting on that underneath elbow. Hold for an inhale. Exhale, legs stay where they are. Let's reverse it. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Hold for an inhale. And exhale to reverse. Let's do one more round. Exhale, extended side angle. And exhale to reverse. Let's hold here. Half moon, reach your right fingertips down towards the ground. Our left leg will float up off the mat. It's okay if you hold onto the ground. Remembering we can find a block or anything to bring the ground closer to us. Reach the fingertips high and activate through that left leg. So we're nice and strong through both legs here. Maybe you can transfer the weight into that right foot to float the fingertips off. Let's take another big inhale here. Exhale, step the back foot to the front foot, chair pose. Sink your hips low, hands reach up towards the sky. Sinking nice and low like you're a lightning bolt. Belly buttons into spine. Tailbone lengthens down towards the ground. 2 breaths. One more big inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Let it all go. Beautiful. Let's take our right hand to the floor. Our left hand to the floor, right hand to the sky. Straighten through the right leg. Maybe you look up towards those top fingertips as you reach them to the sky. One more inhale here. Exhale to change sides. Right hand to the floor, left hand to the sky. Left leg straightens. Hold for an inhale. Exhale to release, gorilla pose. Lift up your feet and place your palms underneath your feet. So we're standing on our palms. Maybe you'd like to take a moment to just massage the palms with your toes. 2 more breaths here. And on your exhale, press into your hands. See if you can pull away to find a halfway lift. So we're finding a nice shoulder release. One more inhale. And exhale to let your hands go. They meet the mat, stepping back to a high plank. Let's find our chaturanga, high to low plank. On your inhale, your choice of back bend. And on your exhale, hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Stay exactly where you are. I'm just changing sides. Let's reconnect with our breath here. In through the nose, out through the nose. Maybe coming back to that full yogic breath we explored at the beginning of practice. 2 more breaths. Let's bring the big toes together. Inhale, left leg to the sky, 3-leg dog, nice and active. Knee to nose, tiger curl, weight comes forward. Exhale, shoot it back, 3-leg dog. We have 2 more. Inhale, weight comes forward. Exhale, shoot it back. Good. Last one. Inhale, weight comes forward and hold. Step the left foot to your left thumb. High crescent lunge. Find your balance. Reach your hands to the sky. And exhale to sink nice and low. Rise up on the back toes. Sink deep into the left leg. Fingertips reach to the sky. Thumbs press to the back of the room. Keep that breath flowing. Really nice. Let's hold for another inhale here. Exhale, cactus, bend through the elbows, open through the chest. Inhale to reach. Exhale, arrowhead, weight comes forward. Inhale to reach. Exhale, cactus, open through the heart. Inhale to reach. Exhale, arrowhead, weight comes forward. Inhale to reach. We have 1 more round of that. Exhale, open through the chest. Inhale to reach. Make sure you're bending into that left leg. Exhale, weight comes forward, arrowhead. Inhale to reach. Hold here. On your next exhale, warrior three, our right leg launches up off the mat. We find that nice long line from crown of the head to your back heel. Option to reach the arms further forward. We have 2 breaths. One more big inhale. Exhale, land that back leg. High crescent lunge, reach the fingertips to the sky. Drop your back heel down, open out to the side for our warrior two. So we're bending into the left leg this time. Right toes are facing 2 o'clock-ish, shoulders over hips, eye gaze over the front middle finger. Hug your heels together. Nice and active through both legs. Beautiful, find that breath. Inhale to reach forward, flip your palm. Exhale to reverse your warrior. Maybe looking up towards the sky. Hold for an inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Left hand reaches to your back knee. Right hand reaches up and over. Hold for the inhale. Exhale to reverse. Let's start to flow these 2 movements. Exhale, side angle. Hold for an inhale. Exhale to reverse. Hold for an inhale. Exhale, side angle. Hold, and exhale to reverse for the last time, and hold. Left hand reaches down to the ground for our half moon. Our right leg floats. Maybe those fingertips land on the ground. Right hand reaches to the sky, nice and active through the right extended leg. Maybe you come up to your fingertips. Maybe they float just off the ground. Keep control of that breath. 2 more breaths here. One more big inhale. Exhale, step that back foot to your front foot, chair pose, sink nice and low. Reach the fingertips high, thumbs to the back of the room. Draw the lower belly in and up. We have 2 breaths. One more inhale. And exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, we place the left hand on the floor, right hand reaches to the sky, straighten the right leg. Exhale to release. Let's do the other side. Left hand reaches. And exhale to release. Let's do 1 more each side. Left hand stays down, right hand reaches. Exhale to release. And last one, left hand reaches. And gently release. Inhale to find halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, hands to the floor, stepping back to a high plank. High to low plank, chaturanga. On your inhale, your choice of back bend. And on your exhale, hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Check in with your alignment. Inhale to shift your weight forward to a high plank. We'll come to lie on your belly. We'll bring our arms back to our cactus position, so that bent elbow position. And we'll bend the right leg and take it all the way over to the left-hand side. So we're finding a nice stretch through that left chest. Starting to slow down your breath as we slow down our practice. We have 2 more breaths here. 1 more inhale. Exhale to come back to center. Let's change side. Arms stay where they are, left leg bends. On your next exhale, taking it up and over to the right-hand side. Stretching through that right chest, 2 breaths. 1 more inhale. And exhale to roll onto your belly. Let's roll over to our backs, however is easiest for you. Maybe it's nice and clunky like mine is. Let's bend the knees, soles of the feet are on the floor again, and we'll find our bridge pose. So lifting the hips to the sky, interlace the fingers underneath your back and walk your shoulder blades together, just like we did in our warm-up. Think of pressing the hips to the sky, squeeze your booty, press your chest to the back of the room. Are you still breathing? And if a wheel pose is already in your practice, maybe you prefer to come into that. And we're here for 3 breaths. Think of actively pressing the hips to the sky, chest to the back of the room. Maybe you come a little bit deeper with each exhale. Let's take 1 more big inhale here. Exhale to release your arms, gently roll down through each vertebrae. Hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a bit of a cuddle. Let's massage the base of the spine into the mat. Starting to slow down that breath, maybe adding a count to your exhale. Let's kick the feet up to the sky, happy baby. Option to hold behind your knees, your ankles, or pistol gripping your big toes. Knees draw down towards the armpits, press your tailbone down to the ground. Option to stay here, option to kick your feet into your hands, maybe straightening one leg at a time, having a little bit of a play, whatever feels good. And if you have any other poses, stretches you'd like to take, you're welcome to find those. 2 more breaths here. And on your next exhale, releasing your legs long on your mat, making our way to our final resting pose, Shavasana. Your arms and legs go wide, take up as much space as you'd like to. And if you prefer to have your knees bent or a pillow under your head or knees, you're welcome to find that. Just take any little movements, fidgets that help you relax here. And let's start to bring that awareness back inward. Maybe reflecting on your practice, noticing anything that might have come up for you. Maybe something that you noticed about yourself or learnt about yourself that you can take with you for the rest of your day. Maybe you'd like to come back to the theme of our class, anahata, opening through the heart space. When our heart is in healthy alignment, you'll feel surrounded by love, compassion, and joy, and connected to the world around you. You'll feel open to all experiences in life, and it will feel like challenges, especially in relationships, flow through you and are resolved with ease. An open heart chakra allows us to see all the beauty and love around us and truly connect to ourselves, our loved ones, and the natural world. This chakra also helps direct love back to ourselves to truly be able to love and accept ourselves and our bodies. Shavasana. As always, you're welcome to stay here for as long as you would like. If you're ready to get back to your day, starting to introduce some little movements, maybe wiggling fingers, toes, and when you're ready, making those movements a little bit bigger and bigger. Maybe you find a full body stretch or bend the knees into your chest, give yourself a little bit of a cuddle. And taking a moment of gratitude for yourself, for showing up for you today, for doing this 21-day series, and a moment of gratitude for your body, for everything that it's done for you and everything it does do and will do for you. And when you're ready, slowly making your way up to a seated position, we'll meet with our eyes closed or gaze softened. And before we end practice, we'll take 3 big breaths together, taking a big inhale in through your nose, opening your mouth, letting it go. Big inhale. Open your mouth. Last one, big inhale. And letting it go. On your inhale, take your hands up over your head. And exhale to draw them down to your heart space. Allow your head to bow to your fingertips. Thank you so much for choosing to flow with me today. Always moving your bodies intuitively and of course honoring this ancient practice of yoga. Namaste. Thanks so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. See you guys on the mat tomorrow.